Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hello. Welcome back to the Rock Paper Scissors podcast with your three hosts, Pat.
Abdul.
Sahan.
Oh, it's me first, bro. It's me first every time.
Welcome back. This
Because
is
Pat
the
Abdul Sahan.
what are we calling
bro.
this? We should
It's
call
the
this in, like
RPS
the.
virtual, no?
I was thinking like the lost tapes, like the.
Lost.
like doesn't that sound cool? Like something cool for the summer.
well, it's a work in progress.
It's the do the lost files. That sounds sick. Whatever.
I don't think we can say some files
guys.
right now.
That's a
Due
good
to
point. That's a good point.
uncircumstances.
The lost tapes. Lost tapes.
Uncircumcised.
What?
That's what Sahan just said.
This is just like the podcast. Well, as everyone knows, we took a little hiatus for because we can't do them in person, and we thought, wouldn't it be stupid if you're an idiot, you're an actual fool. Then we took a little hiatus. We're just like, you know what? Let's try one online and see how that looks. So this is the first attempt. If anyone makes fun of us, you're really mean and stupid and old.
Yeah, fairs.
Exactly what the big man said.
So first order of business, we made a short film.
We did! We made a short film!
Did it?
We did it.
A long time coming.
It took so long.
It took a long time.
It was filmed in like April.
Why did my AC turn on?
Hey,
Hey, remember, no swears.
Oh, right. We can't swear.
Dude, it took a long time. We recorded those because we had 2 film days. We had one, I don't even remember when that was, but I remember the end was like the last week of like before finals.
No, yeah.
And
we can get into that. So, like, let's first talk about, like, I'm going to thank the viewers real quick, all right? You
Yeah, go
guys
ahead.
are genuinely the GOATs. You guys, the film as of today on Instagram is at 10.5 or 10.5 plus K views.
Mhm.
So grateful for everyone watching the film, genuinely from the bottom of our hearts. And I just want to thank these guys. Like, I would not be able to done anything without Pat and Abdul and me, and we all worked so hard on this film. This is our first film that we have ever directed. I mean, not directed. That we have ever made, guys. Like,
Yeah,
we
did good.
We did this shit, bro. And I'm actually so proud of us for doing this, guys. Like, I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I texted you guys this, like a huge paragraph.
Yeah, it was really sweet and awesome.
But, like, I wanted to, like, thank you guys, like, in person.
thank
you guys, like,
thank you,
like the,
thank you.
It was really nice of him. It was really nice that he did that.
But yeah,
I mean,
I feel bad because, like, towards the end, I was, like, really, really pushing you guys. I felt like I was pushing like your buttons a lot, but, like,
No,
I was
It was a
trying to, like,
necessary thing.
get the
though.
project together.
it was to
but-
get it done. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it just comes from me just being a corporate slave. Just like the mindset of just hitting deadlines and like asking, like being like, I wouldn't say productive, but I would say like
You were
being
on it. You were on the
just
agenda.
on
You had
people.
the agenda in your heart, and you wanted it done by then. And we were like, we weren't. Yeah, I get it. We were taking our time,
But
but it came out. I remember the ideas. I remember when we started, we were like,
yeah, let's
okay.
start from the beginning. Let's start from like the start.
The core idea, like I think the first thing I remember was that, like, guys, elevator. We got to do something with an elevator. Elevators is where it's at, guys. Elevators. And I remember thinking, like, God, we got to record that at like 2 a.m. because that's when no one's using the elevator. And I hated that because I was like, dude, I don't want to do it. And then what if someone did use it? And then it's just like 3 goobers in an elevator. Like, that would suck. Oh, my God. And it was annoying using the elevator that we did because oh my God, that was so annoying.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that.
Let's get to that part when we get to that part, all right?
Yeah.
But yeah, the idea just came from I just had a creative itch to just make a film. I really just wanted to elevate the content to something even more than just the skits in the podcast we were doing. Not saying
Chris
that.
Griffin in obsession. Yeah, we need a little more than that.
But yeah, I really wanted to make. I've always really wanted to make a film. I've always been like stop motion shit back in the day, but then I kind of just brought it to the boys after like a podcast recording. I was just like, do we make what I want to make a film, guys? And both of them were so on board like immediately, which is like, thank you guys. And then we kind of like brainstormed for like a long time. Not a long time, like a couple of days. I'll just bring it up, be like, hey guys, what film do you want to make? And then you guys remember we landed on 2 ideas. It was the first idea was the Remember When idea. The second one was about love. But and we were like really, really like trying to figure out which direction we wanted to go in.
Mhm.
And
I
do you
liked
remember what we
the.
had for love, Pat? I look, don't remember what we had.
I think it was. I could be wrong, but I remember one of the ideas when we were working on this was like you were calling your mom, and it was like your mom on the other
About
end.
what?
I don't remember what, but I think that one was the love one because it was like,
No,
yeah,
no,
mom,
no.
I really like her, or I don't know. But I remember one of the ideas of the other person on the phone was like your mom.
Oh, we never even mentioned the orange chair. That was a
Oh
huge
yeah.
inspiration for this. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
so
saw. Yeah, I saw a
do you
video
remember who
on
was?
Instagram.
Do you know
I
who was
do.
by?
I can pull it up. I
All right,
remember
I'll.
that there was a short film on like Instagram that I saw of basically these. It was one guy. It was one guy on a phone with no one else talking back to him. It was just his reactions, and the whole. Let me see. Let me try to pull it up.
It was like a short film. It was really super well
It was
made, by
by
the way.
this. Wait, I'm gonna just. I don't know if you can see that.
What's his name? Read
Nope.
out say out his name.
Riley.mango did so great.
Bang! That's my
They've been
goat
making a
right
lot. They've
there.
been making a lot of short
That's
films.
our goat. But yeah,
Um,
Pat really liked it, and he showed it to all of us, and we also really liked it. And the whole premise of that short film was that he was basically on the phone, and there was a person on the phone, but he would just like
he
he
never
would speak
talked.
to him.
You
He
never
never
heard him.
talked.
It was all like, "Yeah,
After,
dude, I know. Isn't that crazy?" No, dude, I would never do that. And it was just a one-sided dialogue, and I really liked that idea. I thought it was really clever, and I love the. If you haven't seen it, go watch it right now.
yeah, we'll put the link in the description.
Yeah, right.
But the
Yeah,
reason why I
yeah.
liked it so much was the concept of it was so simple, but yet it had so much emotional depth to it. Like, yeah, I would do anything. Like, the whole premise of the show, we never mentioned it, but like he's basically carrying an orange chair, which is such a random object, to go to this girl's house just because the girl asked him to get it. And it's like you see the weight and the emotional relatability that people have to it. It's like, yeah, I would do something for a girl or someone I love. What are the extents you would go to for someone you love? And it's like in this case, it's just an orange chair, and he on the phone, he's kind of reconfirming like, does the girl like me? Do I like her? And there's so much emotional depth to it, and the shots were beautiful. The color grading was beautiful. The
The
scenes,
song they used was so
yes,
gas.
bro. Like that just sparked something in me where it's like, dude, I could tell like an emotional story with so much like depth to it, yet with such good dialogue, and it just sparked something in me. So when Pat showed it, we were just like, all right, we gotta make one. We gotta make one. And for some reason, we really wanted to do something on the lines of that, but not necessarily that.
Inspired
So
by,
we,
some could say.
yeah, inspired by. So then, I started after we finalized the idea. We went between the love and then the what was the other one we just said? Remember when? It's like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
remember when conversations. Uh, we Pat, what did how did we choose? We just chose it, right?
Oh, I don't think
Uh,
I liked the love one.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
was a big
okay,
hater
yeah.
against that one. I don't know. I just didn't like the idea.
it's okay. And
That's
I
it. That's
remember
fine.
because I think it was remember one was all we could relate to, and I thought that was a
Yeah,
great idea. And then I think I started writing the script
yeah. Then I just gave it to Pat. Pat, I was like, Pat, we just gave it to Pat. And we're like, Pat, cook a dialogue.
because it took me a while because the whole idea with what I wanted to do, I did want it on the phone, of course, because that was the whole idea that we got from. But what I really wanted to convey was that it was someone you haven't seen in a long time. And it's like, dude, that's a hard like line. That's a hard script to write. Like imagine like if I was trying to call someone right now that I haven't seen since like my old high school, what would that sound like? It'd be like, hey man, good. You want to play Minecraft maybe? And it's like that's exactly what you would like try to say. And so I don't know. It was hard to trying to put it together and kind of emphasize it the way I wanted to without sounding weird. Like there were lines we didn't like at all, and I was like, yeah, that was stupid. I don't know why I did that because it was hard to like get it across. But I'm glad with how it turned out, and then
Absolutely.
how it was hard to also read aloud when we were like trying to like proofread it because all of the scenes were different scenes. So when we would like, hey, like we would ask our friends like, hey, what do you think of this? It'd be like, I don't get it. Why are we cutting across? And it's like, no, stupid. It's stupid.
You
Not my
wouldn't get
type
it.
of-
You wouldn't
not my
get it.
type
You don't see the vision.
But dude, Pat, I want to thank you so much, bro. Like your dialogue, genuine. I don't think I was fully on board with the film until I actually read the dialogue for the film, like the screenplay that you wrote down for like
Yeah,
the for your character, and then the following scenes, because I knew I wanted emotional depth, but I didn't really know how to convey that to you, and you gave me that like that graph of emotional depth that like matched every shot in my head. And I was just like, dude, after I read Pat's like dialogue about entire screenplay on a Google Doc we had, I was like, yes, I know exactly where this film is going.
Remember,
And
I didn't even title Google Doc. I was like, the first line was P equals Pat because like that was easier for
It's
the
still
script,
called
and it
that.
just stayed that.
but yeah, Pat absolutely nailed the dialogue, and I was after he cooked with that dialogue, I was just like, yeah, I know exactly what everything to do. The only scene I had in mind was obviously the elevator scene. I came into the film knowing I wanted to make the scene where Pat enters the elevator, he turns around, and then the title drops in the back. That's all I had in my mind, and that's the exact scene that like you see at the start of the film.
That
But
Can we talk
go
about
ahead.
how annoying that was to do? I was, mind you, I liked my clothes. My clothes was just like a normal clothes I picked. I couldn't wear those clothes on different days because I had to make sure that they were like fine for these. And we recorded that one on the second day, so they were already a little like not sweaty, but like we were out in the outside doing it, so they were like not great. And then when we recorded those ones, because that was on the second day and it was closer to like summer and it was hotter, and it was humid that day because it was raining. It was so humid. We had recorded that scene a bunch, and the problem with the elevator was that we had to press it and then wait for it to open and close fully, but I didn't know if it looked good. So like Sahan would then have to open it again, and then we'd see how it looked, and then I'd do that so many times. And the worst was when we were in the elevator together, in like the scenes where like he's like the shot of my phone, or where I'm talking to like the other person for a little bit, and the elevator starts moving, and I was,
We're getting summoned, bro. We're
and
getting
I was like,
summoned.
oh, and then we have to awkwardly go to their floor and then basically go up to like the third, wherever they were, drop them off, and we'd go back down to the basement. That was
No,
so my
it was super. Okay, let's just jump boat to that scene right there.
yeah.
Filming those scenes were so hard because first of all, we were filming during finals week. We were
Yeah.
not studying. We were just
No.
like, yeah, okay, we're filming now. My
Yeah.
bad. Well, then we are filming it now, and on top of that, Abdul wasn't there, so then now it's just me and Pat filming these scenes, and
And
I'm filming all
I'm
of these,
getting
right?
humid. I'm getting hot. I'm getting upset. I'm
No,
like,
Pat
dude,
was getting super. It was also raining that day.
yeah, I was
I mean,
getting so
it turned out great because
Oh, that
we
one
had a
shot was
cool
yeah.
so
rainy scene.
beautiful, genuinely.
Dude, I've gotten so many like texts from people saying like that scene is like genuinely like one of the better scenes, and I'm like,
I
thank
agree.
you. Bro. Like it Loki ended up looking so good.
That one was also
But
annoying to shoot because I kept getting wet.
that too.
We'll get
But
there. Go on.
literally my setup while recording this was I had my iPad in one hand trying to read off the script of what Abdul said because Abdul, you're the voice actor, right? So I'm trying to read off what Abdul's saying in my voice in a very bad way. I was so bad at it, and then I was holding. Don't say it, bro. Don't say it. And then I was holding the gimbal. I have an old 2018 gimbal that I have with my
It would
phone.
sometimes like poop itself and wouldn't work.
Yeah, because my phone is like the most recent iPhone, right? And it's so like front heavy up
Oh,
here.
holy flex, bro!
And huh?
I got the latest iPhone.
Dude, it was
No, no,
heavy and the
I'm
gimbal
saying that,
everywhere.
like
Like, yeah,
it's so
oh
front
my
heavy, right?
god.
So it would tweak out this old 2018 gimbal. And the gimbal would genuinely, I'd be like holding it like this, and it would just fry half mid, half shot, and would just like explode, and it would just turn
It
around.
was so
No,
annoying.
and then remember that one day, like the edge of the gimbal kept getting into the shot for some reason.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh
Those
my
are shots
God.
we didn't use because like I think we were. It's when we were going down the stairs. That shot's
Yeah.
in it. There
Yeah.
was another scene like the one after.
Yeah, we filmed a whole scene, and we had to scrap the
Yeah.
whole thing because the gimbal. Because again, my phone is too big for the gimbal that was made in 2018. This is a 2025 phone, and it just kept messing up the shot because you would keep seeing the gimbal in the corner, and it would be
these
like,
were like
"Bro, what is happening?" It would piss me off, but.
these were like normal stairs outside, so normal people were just using them. Like there was
This is
like
during
a
grad season 2, so everyone was taking pictures.
oh, there was like people like taking pictures for their grad photos, and they just had to walk by. It's like, oh, what are you guys doing? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Nothing. It's stupid. Nothing.
No, I just said we were filming something, but it
Yeah.
wasn't that deep. They understood. Everyone was super nice, but
Yeah, I just felt like bad because we were in the way, and we didn't even use it anyway. But it's fun.
yeah. But coming back to the scenes, we only had like 2-3 hours to film it, and I was like, because in that first scene especially, we only had so much space between you and me, right?
Mhm.
So I had to like I couldn't hold the gimbal in front of me, so I had to like
you were
hold it
right
like,
up against the
behind my
elevator.
back.
Like,
I had to hold it behind my back with my butt like scrunched up against the elevator door to get that wide angle shot of Pat, and I was like this the entire time trying to
And then
film
when
that
the
scene.
elevator would start going up, you'd have to move out of the way so people didn't just see you just crumped up and that's the door. Oh my
Yeah.
god, that shit was goofy. Uh,
But overall, I think we successfully filmed a bunch of scenes that I envisioned
yeah.
in my mind, and we got it all together, the filming wise.
What were the next couple scenes? It was the basketball one. That was from the first day. That was like I
Yeah.
think that was the that one wasn't too bad. At least not for me. I was just walking straight. But you guys were like the where it was like behind the trees. You guys were almost on the street. That was interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, remember we
what was
tried
after
doing
that?
like a crosswalk kind of scene, but we just couldn't figure out how to like do it.
Oh yeah, we had a
Yeah.
bunch of okay, yeah, we had a bunch of ideas that I storyboarded out on my iPad. I would just like I like drew every like chunk into like scenes that I had in my mind. Like I had like a Beatles type crossway type of scene in my mind, but we didn't end up doing that. We had a bunch of we had a scene across a bridge. We didn't end up doing that either. But overall, I'd say we kind of did the best we could. I love
We
the
wanted
basketball shot.
we
Abdul
wanted
was
more
there for that one, so he's able
scenes.
to help me guide me because I was walking like right next to the road. I could hear the cars like whizzing past my head. Yeah.
We wanted more scenes in the city like once, but because of like
Yeah.
restrictions, we just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But I liked what we did. I mean, there was the what other scenes really stood out?
Both the mer-
The
whoa. Both the scenes near the lake, uh the one where
Yeah,
you're talking about the pretty blue eyes, that one came
yeah,
out
yeah.
really good too.
That one
Especially
we actually used. You said we used the audio from that because that's the only clip that we actually used the audio
yeah,
of me talking that day
yeah.
because it was bad because every other scene we had to redub over because you can't hear for crap.
Yeah,
Poopy.
we had to redub. That definitely took a lot of time in post. I had to get both of these guys on call right here and get them both to redub all of their lines. Abdul we had to redub all of his lines anyways, but Pat we had to redub because our mics
that
are
was the hardest one too, because you
garbage.
have to sync it
That
up,
was
bro.
harder because yeah, and I had to like figure out how I spoke that day, what lines I
Yeah.
like didn't say exactly to see what I did say. That was a little annoying.
Yeah. It was an interesting experience for all of
I
us, I would
think
say.
if
Like,
we do it again for audio, we need to invest in one of those like longer fluffy mics that you like point
yeah,
at a place and it captures the audio. That's what they use for
absolutely. Like a
movies.
shotgun mic.
Yeah,
Shotgun mic. We
sure.
need to invest in one of those, absolutely, because like it makes the process so much more better. But I'd say this was an interesting experience, kind of like helping guiding you guys, because I was kind of like the orchestrator in the back, kind of like make sure everything was lined up, and I was just like
Yeah,
text you guys.
we were your little puppets and yeah.
Like I would
No,
like text you guys
oh
randomly, like, hey
man.
guys, we need to re-record this. I would text you guys individually, be like, hey Abdul, we need to re-record this line. It's garbage. And there were
Like,
so many lines that Abdul and me like found. Like we were like because we were like listening to this shit every single because you weren't able to join a bunch of the calls, right?
yeah,
So
I've been
me and
busy.
Abdul were just like listening to these lines again and again.
I'm so
And
sorry for that,
Abdul,
by the way.
no, you're fine. But we found so many lines in like the dialogue that like realized that like normal people would not say. You want to explain that line maybe talked about we didn't like Abdul?
Which one, bro? There was like so many.
You know the one at the start where it's like, "Why you calling, bro?"
Oh yeah, so I call you in the scene, right? I'm calling you, and it's like the
Mhm.
first thing I say is like, "Oh yeah, why are you calling, bro?" Like that, like, nobody says that. It doesn't make any sense. And then
Yeah,
you
yeah,
reply
And then
with
he
yeah.
nothing,
watches the
right?
scene. It's like Abdul's like the long lost friend, and Pat's calling a friend you haven't seen in a long time.
It
And,
was more like
and,
it's like calling like an estranged man. Like, why are you calling?
and then we genuinely had that as a line for so long, and then we were like watching it again. I was like, "Yo, Abdul, rewatch
That shit's
this. This
ass.
sounds garbage. Nobody says this in real life."
And then
So
we
there
spent
was a
like
bunch of
5 minutes trying to think of a new line.
yeah, yeah, that's true. But this is where I want to segue into like giving like my full thanks to Abdul, bro. Like Abdul genuinely brought in so much like outside feedback. Like I think I was just like at a certain point in this editing, I was like so focused, like tunnel vision in my own like this is what I want the product to be. This is where we're starting off. I want our project to go in my vision only. And Abdul genuinely brought in so much like outside perspective. And being like, bro, that is genuinely ass. I'll tell you a specific example. It's like, remember that scene where Pat's talking. I'm pointing at Pat right now. Where Pat's talking about the eyes, the beautiful blue eyes, the scene we were just talking about right now,
The
right?
ocean
The
eyes.
ocean blue,
Wait,
ocean blue eyes, and then
if you point at someone, Pat's gonna be below because Pat's in the middle.
oh Pat,
I'm on the
yeah,
right,
Pat.
Oh,
Sahan's on the
really? Because
left.
like for me, you just pointed at Abdul,
Yeah.
But
and I was like,
there was
yeah,
this one line
that
where
probably
we
makes sense
didn't
for him.
like, and we made Abdul redub it, and he goes, "Okay, okay." I did not like that scene at all. I really did not like that scene. The reason why I didn't like that scene a lot because I felt it like took away from the tone of the film because it was very like somber to like happy, and the next scene after this was the dropout scene. So I didn't want to like ruin the tone, right? But then you going like okay like in like a hyping voice, I
Yeah,
thought was ruining the voice, and you guys really liked it. So that's two v
it was
one,
amazing.
and it's our film. So I was just like, fine, I guess we'll put it in. But the more I kept listening to it, the more I like kept liking it because I wouldn't like out loud like chuckle to it, but I would like be like, that's a nice little break from like a break from the ads. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like a nice little break from like the constant like I wouldn't say somber, but the monotone tone we were going for.
Yeah.
And
I
then like
also
Abdul brought a bunch of like fresh perspectives to our film that I genuinely like appreciate so much because I was in my tunnel vision for like the most of it. Like also another thing I really liked. I'm sorry, I'm not glazing you so much, but like you genuinely deserve it, bro. Like another thing that we brought in was like the phone ringing. Bro, the phone ringing was
oh my god, the
genuinely
phone
so
ringing
good,
was such a
bro.
good addition,
Bro,
bro.
it was like
Oh my
we didn't
god.
even have the phone ring until like the day before it came out.
Yeah.
Like it released on Wednesday, Tuesday night. Me and Abdul were on call. I don't know if were you there, Pat? I don't know if you were there.
I think I was for a little bit because I
But yeah,
remember
me and Abdul were on
you guys were
call.
sending in like the audio files of phone ringing.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, we were going through the film for like final like voice syncs and final checks. I think I was working on credits at this time. But then Abdul was like, "Yo, bro, like I have an idea. We should put in the iPhone ringing and call end and call beginnings." And I was like, "Sure, send in the voices. I'll put them in." I put them in, and then the call end specifically, the fact that it lines up with Pat like trying to in the actual scene, you try to say something, but you don't because I think you just forget a line or something. I don't really know what happens.
I don't
You
know.
try to say something, you don't, and then you say "see ya." That little gap you give was perfect enough for the phone to cut. So now it just seems like you try to say something, Abdul cuts the call, and then you in a set really, especially you acted really good. So like it genuinely seems like you were hurt when you say the "see ya," right?
I was
So
just
when
so
you say
tired
the
to
"see
film
ya,"
it.
it's like the call cuts, you go "see ya," and it flows so well. And I was like, dude, this is awesome. Like I think we like that call ending was like a we like tied a
You know
bow on the
the
film.
cherry on top thing?
Yeah, the cherry on top. I was trying to look for that, but yeah, it was genuinely like a cherry on top for the film, and I just
I like that too
gotta
because
give my props to Abdul.
that was the last scene that we did. I think I was just really tired too,
Oh
because
yeah,
it
we were
was
so tired.
we had done the outside one, and then I was me walking, and we were like, oh, what I should probably. And I ended the ending scene is me walking to a stairway, and we didn't have an ending. We didn't shoot it like an actual
Oh
ending because
my
we didn't
god,
You want
want
to
to.
explain what we you want to
Wait,
explain what
remember
we
what
had for the
happened?
ending?
Yeah,
Wait, can I
yeah.
please
So
explain this?
yeah, by all means, go ahead.
Okay, remember we were supposed to have an ending where the door opens and then it cuts to like us in like a room with like a bunch of Pat's friends going like "Happy birthday," right? You guys forgot to
Yeah.
film that. You were at my house and we were watching like a movie or something, and we were like, oh,
We were watching a movie. Mind you, the
we
next day in
forgot
the
to
morning
film
is when
it.
I flew like here.
Yeah,
Like I flew away from we couldn't record anything. So we are like, what do we do? And then I think it was our friend who had the idea, right? Or no?
Yeah, he's in the
Yeah.
credits. It's
He's in the
Bob.
credits. It was
oh, yeah.
Bobbin. It was his idea to like,
He's
oh,
He's
what?
Pat's over
he's canon in the RPS verse now.
He's canon. He's canon. His
But
idea was
he's
like, oh,
my
just cut
goat,
the
and he was
black.
just was he the guy who recommended we do the hard cut?
I think so.
I don't
Uh,
remember. I don't remember.
I'm pretty
I
sure
don't
he
remember,
was.
but I remember
I
the
don't
idea was
remember,
just
but
like to
we'll give him the
record
credit
happy
anyways.
birthdays.
So
Yeah.
Bhavin, Pat's roommate, basically recommend. So the original scene was we wanted Pat, as Pat Abdul just explained, it would cut to all of the friends saying happy birthday, and then Pat smiling, and then the film ends. But then Bhavin recommended that we do a hard cut, and then it's just the because at this point Pat was flying out back home the next morning, so we don't have our main actor to film any of these scenes. And we're like, crap, what do we do? So then we just voice record all of us screaming happy birthday. And then props to all of our other friends, they also send all of their voices.
Hmm.
Huge W to them. So then we just decided like we would just do a hard cut and then we would have all their voices up in the background. And that's how the film would end. And it ended up coming out perfect. Like I can't lie, it was so good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I remember there was like, I think this part was really stressful. Like, it was more stressful because of what it was like happening. Like, I was texting our friends like, "Hey, can you send us a voice memo? Can you email it to us so that Sahan could check it?" And then I just didn't check it at all. And then you'd get it back like, "Hey, dude, like it's a little too quiet. We can't really use this. Can you text them again?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'll retext them." I had to retext them each like 4 times. I felt like such an asshole. I was like,
Wow,
"Hey,
trust me, bro. I felt like an asshole
hey,"
too, because like I kept bugging you for them, and I was like, bro, I need the voices. I need the
and I was
voices.
like, "Hey, hey, did you do that voice record thing? Could you please do that again? Maybe a little louder?" I was like, "Ugh." But it was fine, and they did it, and shout out to the one friend who she did it, but we didn't really use it because it was too quiet, and then she didn't send another one, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
it's okay.
It's fine.
But
That was I liked what we did for the ending because with what we had. I think I want to talk about my like our. I think it was basically everyone's favorite scene. It was the hey, if you ever go to Mr. Burger?
Oh, Burger Boy.
Burger
I love Burger Boy.
I, by the way, I'm so sorry. I just like thought of like what's a random burger
Boy is
name?
RPS canon, bro. It's okay.
Burger Boy is RPS canon, and I was just like that. I didn't realize how annoying that would be to hear constantly when you guys are editing it. So Burger Boy kept happening, and it was I think it was that scene, and then the one where it's me walking across and you're like from above. I liked those two scenes the most. We recorded those on the second day, and it was humid and hot that day. I wanted also to be known we recorded those scenes kind of in order, and as you can see, it's like it started on that day with me in the elevator, and I already look a little disheveled because it was hot, and we kept doing it, and then we did that, and then the above, and then the outside, and then back in the building for the finale. As you progress, you can see my outfit get worse. Like it was like getting like it was wet from like being outside. I was sweaty. My hair was getting worse. Dude, oh my god! And then I remember you sent a picture of me with my mouth open, looking like a big like idiot in like the final, and I was like, oh, I look so stupid.
Hey, look, he added to it
Oh
though. Like it was nice.
yeah.
But
But
yeah,
the Burger Boy scene was so gas. I think the rain really helped. I think it's that one Lady Gaga quote when I was thinking about it. Do you guys know that one Lady Gaga quote where it's like, "We got free rain, let's use it," or something like that. I don't know exactly. I'm not Lady Gaga, but like it was like for a music video, and she was like, she was being told by like a producer, like, "Oh my God, it's raining and we can't shoot today," and she was like, "What do you mean? We have free rain." And then they recorded like some music video in the rain. It looked awesome. I was like, all right. So
Fairs?
it looked really good.
it did look really good. Yeah, this is very much on the whim. We learned a bunch. I learned a bunch of stuff.
Oh
I've
yeah.
never edited anything on like DaVinci or anything. So me and Abdul like locked in those first couple of days, got the color grading done, and that everything I learned was like off scratch. It was so jank. I was redoing so many things because I would get them wrong, and I'd be like, I don't know how to like fix it from now, so let me just redo the entire thing. So I would just redo the entire thing, and I would be like, oh, that's what I did wrong. Yeah, yes, yes.
I liked
But
another thing I want to say was that I really liked how it all came together, and I just now remembered it, and that's why I thought like when I was thinking about the elevators, there were two elevator scenes. One there like the near that like the end where it's me going up to that like last floor. I remember that one was also really annoying because I had to like open the elevator. I had to figure out you were recording and it looked good. Open the elevator door, walk out, time it the steps and how I'm talking because then we immediately cut it to just me walking down the hallway. And I remember that I was such a headache that it was so bad. Ugh,
yeah,
I'm sorry, but it
it's
looked good in the end.
it looked good
Like,
in the end.
yeah,
Saying all this, there's a lot of stuff I would do different next time. Like especially with the scenes in the elevator. A lot of the scenes were not very stable. I wish the camera was more closer to Pat's face. I did not like how it was so wide.
It also wasn't very centered.
Yeah, that too. It wasn't centered. It wasn't close up to Pat's face.
Your
There's a lot of
framing was
stuff I would
kind of
do.
off.
Yeah, you're right.
not gonna say not your best work, man.
Okay.
Better.
All right, guys. I have
Those are
the
my
idea.
first work.
I have an idea for the next one.
No, yeah.
Already, yeah.
Yeah,
Do you want to keep it? You want to
Keep,
say it now?
keep it
You want
under
to
wraps. Keep it under wraps,
keep it
right?
under wraps?
Okay, I'll just say one thing about it.
Okay.
It'll be a little spooky.
I want to do a scary one. I had so many scary ones.
Hey,
I
I want to.
thought through,
I want
'cause,
to be
like,
the
there's-
lead this time.
I want you to be too, because there's so many like empty hallways and places we're not technically supposed to go, like where we can like actually record things.
Supposed to
I have
go.
so many places in mind that are scary.
and then
Hey, you
we
know,
have to we have to cast Indy Navarrete as well.
Oh, true. Dude, hey, put the idea in chat and we'll look at
I
it
got you.
later.
I got you.
But yeah, I'm excited. I kind of want to do a short film every other semester. For now, there's nothing else. There's nothing in the process coming out. There's just going to be brainstorming, but expect one every other semester. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Coming soon.
However, one thing I can guarantee is every film will be better than the last. So if you thought this one was
Mm.
good or trash, who knows? It's going to be
Yeah.
better than it's going to be better next time.
And if you think the
That's what I
next one's better than this one, thanks.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Oh wait, we haven't even talked about the TikTok thing that happened.
What?
Okay, so remember basically
Oh yes.
we aren't able to
Oh,
post it on
we didn't
TikTok.
post on TikTok.
Hey,
Oh,
we aren't able to talk
Yeah.
about it. I mean, we aren't able to post it on TikTok because on TikTok you can't have more than a minute long of copyrighted music, so it just gets muted, and we had to take it down. And
I guess we can talk about that.
I don't know.
Yeah,
whatever.
we made a group decision to leave the copyrighted music in. If you guys didn't know, the song is Japanese Denim by Daniel Caesar. Really good song. Guys, go
I
watch
found it. It was my idea.
Yeah,
No, but
it was a really good song. Props to Pat. Pat found it super. I was like, Pat, I need you to find a song that's going to match your vibe. And because Pat was writing the film, he knew the vibe. So
the
kinda
problem
close.
was when I showed it to my brother has a lot of short film experience, and he had a lot of really good input. One of his was like, you don't use that. Do you use a different song, like either something that's copyright free or do anything else. I was like, all right, I'll look into it. I did ask a friend of mine if he could. I showed him the film before it came out, and I was like, do you think you could is this song that I'm using right now in it? Could you make something that sounds like it, or is this something that you could do to try to so we have one that's not copyright? And he was like, yeah, I'll look into it. It came out a little he was in a little bit of a rut. He couldn't do it in time, and he was like, oh, that's okay. And he's like, it's totally fine. I appreciate him even thinking about it and considering it. So gas of him, but it didn't end up working out for our schedule and our timeline, so we just had to post it as it was. And I'm glad we kept the song we did, because it really is the core of the song
no, yeah,
of the short film. I mean,
yeah, I agree with that. The short film is nothing without the song. That's why. But I couldn't. It was genuinely so heartbreaking when I found. It wasn't heartbreaking, but I couldn't see the film without the song. If that made sense,
it makes sense.
So I thought about it for a while. I was genuinely thinking about can we add something else, but I couldn't find anything. And I also, if I'm being completely honest, I didn't really care about the money. I kind of just wanted the film to be something that I created. I mean, we all created with our passion, our creative minds.
It was
I don't
about
really
the
care.
art. I don't care about the money. It was about the art.
What is that thing that Timothy Chalamet says? Man, what does he say?
Ballet is bad or something.
No,
No.
no, no. I got it. I know what it is. I know what it is. What is this planet without art? A floating rock.
A floating rock. No, he doesn't flip. He just says it's just a rock.
No, he said just a floating rock.
Boom.
And then you said,
Whatever.
"I am
It's
more
just a
supreme."
rock. Just a rock. But yeah.
Okay, I think we're dragging the short film conversation out, guys.
Speaking of films, dude, I've seen a lot of movies. I've been friend starved.
I've
I don't
seen
have
two
my
of 'em.
friends.
Only?
Two?
You've seen 2 movies?
No, of the ones you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Because this summer there have been so many gas movies. I think the first one that came to mind was Project Hail Mary. I saw that twice.
Yeah, is that really summer? Is that spring?
That was more spring.
That's more spring.
I liked it a lot, and it was hot when I watched it. I mean, what a fan! You guys haven't seen it, have you?
No,
I want to though.
I really want you guys. I think.
I think I missed out on it. It came out during finals week, and I just had too much on my mind during
Did you
that.
guys
Yeah,
see
yeah.
the Markiplier and Ryan Gosling at it?
Yes, I
That
did.
was beautiful, bro.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of I think it was it felt like to me what like probably what felt like to like people who grew up in the 80s what ET felt like when that movie came out.
Or you mean
It
like
felt
2001 Space Odyssey when that came out?
not no I think more ET because it's more like not comedy but like in the into
Like a
corazón.
heartstring? Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mikasa.
And so and yeah. And so I when I watched I was like I was dumbfounded when because I was like this is so amazing. I know I'm now saying nothing with this in review, but because you guys haven't seen it. But if I may, I think you guys should really definitely see it. You know, if you can't watch it in a theater anymore, you know what you got to do. But it
Yeah.
was
I got
really good.
watched it.
Um, other movies that came out. Let's just rip them. Obsession.
Bro, I was gonna watch it
Movie.
last night, but I couldn't. I'm gonna watch it tonight.
It's a really good movie, bro.
That's
Like
a reference.
I don't think.
That's
Oh my
all.
god, your mic cut out.
Uh, it's chill that you haven't seen it. I didn't want to talk about it at all.
Well,
Did
you
you guys see
guys-
the Backrooms?
No, I haven't seen it yet either.
Let's
You
just
guys
jump.
see-
Let's just jump straight to it. What have you watched, guys? What have
Michael.
you all watched? You watched Michael?
Yeah.
I didn't even watch Michael. I heard
You
it
haven't
was
seen
good, though.
Michael? Michael's so good.
I know it was good. I just hadn't seen it.
Don't stop till you get
Really?
enough. Wanna get
I
your
mean,
move
I
on.
haven't watched it, but I
Don't
heard it
stop
was
till you
like.
get enough.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, right? I guess we can just get into it. I don't think I'm gonna watch Michael anytime soon, but I don't really care. But what I've heard about the movie Michael is that it never really goes into the controversial stuff about Michael. It kind of just ends right before the world tour, or when
Well,
he's
isn't
like
it?
when he
If I
starts.
may,
It's
I-
more about his upbringing than that. So like it went from
Also,
him being
isn't
a
it? Sorry.
it went from him being a little jit, you know, to like right after he like split off from the Jackson 5 finally and like started doing his own thing, and it ends on him performing bad, like that one iconic performance.
Go on.
Isn't it? Isn't it like a part one? Isn't it? Are we supposed to get like
I
a
think
Michael
so, yeah.
Endgame soon? Like this is the Infinity
We're
War.
getting Michael too.
I think so. They might call it Jackson.
I think it'll be Jackson. No,
Okay, but
Okay.
wait, you guys, neither of you have seen Michael? What?
I wanted to. It
Bro,
just
it was such
the
a good
opportunity
movie.
was out of hand.
Like, it felt like you were actually at his concert. Sometimes you got to see his father be
But that's the
abusive.
thing. Though. That's not really a biopic at that point. It's just like a.
You can't say that if you haven't seen
How
it,
is
bro.
that
Like
not-
it was a biopic. You saw him, like how he went from
Biopic.
his dad controlling everything, and like he was connected to that label, and then you saw like his Pepsi incident and like how that really affected him. You saw him grow up with like loving animals and how he like started adopting like monkeys and shit. I don't know. You saw a lot of that. Like you saw how abusive his dad was and like how controlling he was.
I don't know, man. Like, I mean, I agree. I agree with all your points. It seems like a fun time at the theater, but when I want to go see a biopic of a huge
Biopic.
music artist, right? I want to see the ups. That's why I didn't like Bohemian Rhapsody that much either, because it never really gets into like the later parts of his life. You know, like right
Excuse me.
before he died, with like all the like the AIDS controversy, like all of the main controversy stuff. They never tackle any of it. They just show like the upbringing. They show his feud with like Queen, and then they show. I mean, those scenes are really really good. Don't get me wrong, but when I want to watch a biopic, right? Especially like, let me think of one that like I watched that was like really good.
You don't have a good track record with biopics, bro.
But yeah, that's
You don't
fair
like
too, but,
Oppenheimer.
I'm
You
just
don't like
saying,
Bohemian Rhapsody. Like, what are you doing, bro? What do you like?
You didn't
Huh?
like Oppenheimer?
You didn't like Oppenheimer.
Why didn't you like Oppenheimer?
Goldfish brain.
Oh, right. He was like, I don't get it. What is this bomb
different
about?
point, different point. Move from that. I'm just saying,
No,
like,
man.
I've heard I've not watched the movie, but I've heard like I'd rather watch. Like, I want the movie to tackle the parts of his life than like I want them to show like the dark sides. I mean, he wasn't a bad person, but I want to see how he struggled with it. I want to see like the main meat of the story.
But
Like,
they
it
did
just
show
felt
that,
like
just
at a
the
certain
earlier
point-
parts. Like, it's still the main meat. It's just like
It's
the
I mean,
just
first.
the later parts.
I
The
think
later
it's
parts of his
not- I
life
think-
was
Oh, they're
was
saving
like the
it.
real part of like why Michael Jackson was so controversial before he died.
If I may, I think what's happening is that he had a lot of meat in the story when he was a kid, and he had a lot of meat later. I think there was too much meat on the platter, and they had to split it up.
He's got a
I
point.
think
Like
there
he's
was
been
just too much.
he'd been working since he was like 5 years old. So like
I know that's super cool that they showed that part. But I'm just saying like if you're showing a biopic of Michael Jackson, show his entire life, show his like ups and downs, all the way until he's dead. Because Michael Jackson is one of those people like he has a definitive end, even though that's kind of messed up to say. He has a definitive end to his story.
God damn.
It's like I don't know how else to say it, but like I'd rather see a biopic really get into the nitty gritty of it.
nah. That wasn't the point of this movie. The point of this movie was separate from that. They were trying to show like the struggles he faced from like the earlier portions of his life. Like you just have to watch the movie to understand. Like his dad was so controlling and everything. The whole Pepsi tour. You know what the Pepsi incident was?
No.
He was filming something for
I know.
Pepsi, and like he got a big burn back here. Like he genuinely had to
The
wear a
light
wig.
fell, didn't it?
I don't remember exactly. Like
Or
I
no?
think something sparked or something, and he genuinely could have lost his life. And the only reason that incident happened is because his dad made him. It's because his dad made him do that. And then you see like him like be like, "No, I'm my own man." Jafar. I mean, no, not Jafar. Joseph.
Jafar from Aladdin.
No,
That's his
the
nephew.
guy's name, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that is his name. I want
Okay,
to say
that's-
I saw a lot
it
of
seems
hate
like
when
a
that
good-
movie was coming out that he didn't look like him. He looks exactly like him.
Bro, there's
No,
this
yeah,
one
I
scene he
don't
looks
get all that.
just like him.
No,
Like,
I don't get all that hate. That I think the
I was
actor
like,
did something
you
great.
wanted someone that looks like Michael Jackson to play Michael Jackson. It's literally his nephew, and he looks exactly like him. And and you like, what are you talking about?
No, like
That was the biggest,
I don't know what, I
stupidest
don't know, I don't
complaint.
know what people want. Like, what do you want from this movie? Like,
I
what-
wanted
yeah,
photorealistic Michael Jackson.
that's just
I don't
weird.
like-
I would rather just get someone who looks pretty much identical, but is also their acting is showing for what they look like.
Oh my god, yeah,
And
and his
I-
performances when he was doing like Thriller or the Billie Jean thing at like what is it, Motown or whatever, and then the Don't
Yeah.
Stop Till You Get Enough. All of those were like shot like 1-to-1 perfectly, bro. Like he had the moves down.
No, yeah, I bet.
So
Sounds like a
yeah.
fun time. But yeah, I gotta have watched the movie, but I'm just trying to re-clarify. Like another complaint I've heard, it's not me, is I've heard the movie kind of just like, especially towards the latter half, kind of just like jumps from music video to music video to music video, and it's just like a glorified music video.
and it was
That's a huge
fire,
complaint I've
bro.
heard. But like, I kind of see what they're saying though. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather I see those, but I kind of want to see the struggles and the actual story.
But that's not
of
even
why I
okay.
wanna
But
go.
realistically, that's not even true though. Like it is going. They are going through the music videos, but it's like chronologically. Like there's a reason why that's happening. You're seeing Michael like grow and change. You see him get the first nose thing, and he shows his dad, and he's like, "Oh, boy, yeah." And then you just see like all these changes happening throughout. Like he's a different person by like 4 different stages in the movie.
Oh yeah, I bet. I don't know if I'll watch it anytime soon, but
Other great movies that came out. Let's just say some movies. Let's see if you guys watched them. You guys watched the Star Wars movie with Mandalorian and Grogu?
hell no, looks so butt.
Heard it was a booty ass potato boop. Did you guys see The Devil Wears Prada 2?
No.
No,
I was gonna watch it with my mom. I pre-gamed. I watched the first one, and then we never watched the second one. Do you guys see? Did you guys see the scary movie that came out? The scary movie? Like it's just
No.
scary movie. Yeah, me neither.
Let's just jump the
did you
boat,
get-
bro. Pat, let's just jump the boat.
Did you?
We want
did
to
you
talk
get-
about.
hey, Stargirl stuff.
My God.
Supergirl. It was Super Ass Weekend. Did you guys hear about that?
Girl, get out, bro.
Did you guys hear about Super Ass Weekend? Because
no.
of Jackass. It was the last
No.
Jackass movie, and so people were calling it the Super Ass Weekend when the both
That
movies because they
sucks.
came out on the same weekend. Yeah,
Why not
I don't know,
Jack?
I've never watched a Jackass.
I've never been a Jackass guy.
Why is it not called Jack Girl?
You mean Jack Woman?
The movie's called Supergirl.
Supergirl.
No, well, I not. And it's like, why aren't you called Super? So the movie was. It was. Hey, everybody hating on Supergirl out there, go off.
I agree.
Get away.
Hey, let's all talk about Super. We're talking about Supergirl now.
Because we've all seen it.
Yes, we have. I did go watch Supergirl.
Yes, I did.
And-
Wait, you haven't seen it?
We
We all have.
Oh yeah, okay.
Sahan and I watched it opening day.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
Yeah, I went to go watch the movie. I put in the group chat. I'm like, guys, I watched Supergirl, and Pat's like, shut up. I'm going to go watch it now. I'm like, okay, bro. And then
It
this guy
was-
calls me after. He's like, I have thoughts, and I was like, okay.
so let's get straight into meat potatoes because Sahan and I already talked about it on like the phone.
I wasn't
But
there.
Abdul, we haven't talked to you. We haven't talked about you at all. What do you think?
Okay, if I'm being honest, right, I actually thought it was a pretty
I
good
need
movie.
100%.
Like,
What?
I thought it was
So
a pretty
did
good
we.
movie. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get the hate. Like, it's like the messaging is good.
Mhm.
Okay, and this movie reminded me so much of Star Wars. Did that happen for you guys?
Yeah.
Yes.
I felt that too.
Like
I
the
felt
alien
I-
bar scene?
but-
especially with all like the aliens and all the
alien
emphasis on the
planets.
world building. It was cool.
Yeah, exactly.
I think if I'm gonna go into like because I did have criticisms,
Yeah. We'll get into the criticism. Let's talk about the good stuff first.
but it was a good movie. It was a good movie. I liked it. Like overall, I feel like it. I think like I think it was my mom who said like, oh, I kind of because I watched it with her and some of my family. She was like, oh, I wish Superman was in it more. And I was like, I did not. I think it was great that she like had her own movie and stood like by herself because it was like that's the main bit. She is her own hero.
It's
But
her
I
own
didn't-
movie.
It's their own movie. I didn't love the. There were some parts of the movie where I felt like it was gray and like dark and like the visually it was like not like
All right,
exciting.
let me cut in here.
Yeah, if
Do
you
you
could
know-
please.
Do you know what this movie is a one-to is not a one-to-one, but it's an adaptation of a book. It's an adaptation of this certain comic run called Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. And it's a really recent book. It's like it released in 2021 and this movie came out 2026. So it's in comic book terms, super quick turnaround. Like no movie is this fast. Like usually comic book movies adapt books from like at least 5+ years ago, right?
Yeah.
So this movie started production in 2023 or 24. So that's only like a 3-4 year turnaround. And that's like never heard of.
I did
But
not know that.
The reason why a huge complaint I've heard in this movie about this movie in general is that like people who have read the comic don't like the movie as much or are underwhelmed by the movie, and people who haven't read the comic love the movie. Love as in like they're perfectly whelmed. Yeah, right.
You're whelmed.
You guys haven't read the comic. I've read like half of it. I don't remember the book that much. I only read like a bit of it, and I like forgot about it. This was like last summer, right? And I can tell you guys, it's okay. I guess as an adaptation, it's okay. But the huge complaint that I was going off Pat's is the book is super colorful. Like it's the most colorful, most well colored book you've ever seen in my life. Like it's like the watercolors, the bright contrasts, the highlights, everything is very, very well colored. However, the movie is super dull. It's not all that.
That was dull. Yes.
But here's what I noticed about the movie, and me and Pat were talking about it, is that I really noticed the emphasis on the difference they tried to make for Supergirl versus Superman. Like I think the director really, really tried. And you can see it, but I never thought it was overdue, except one scene, but we'll get to that later. It's like you really, really see the difference between Supergirl and Superman. Like Superman is this always good, sees the good in everyone, naive country boy. Well,
That's
as
that one line in
Supergirl,
the movie. Yeah.
and then
You know what I'm talking
Supergirl, yeah, I'll say my part, and you say that line, all right?
Oh, yeah,
And then
yeah.
Supergirl is like the jagged person who has trust issues, doesn't is lost hope in humanity, and is like this jaded character, right? And this is like perfectly encapsulated by that one quote that like Pat, you can say it.
It was like Superman sees the good in everybody, and I see the truth.
And that
like,
was like
Fart?
Yeah,
no, I was just no.
no, he hit his mic.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it because it did show the difference between both of them, and that it's not like when we watch. Shut up. When we watched Superman, because none of us watched together, and we really wanted to, it felt like we felt different afterwards. We felt like, guys, we are the change. We can be Superman. This one I felt like you're not supposed to feel like she's the beacon of hope because that's Superman. She's more her own thing because she has her own past of trauma, and like the difference between them was really good, and I liked that they showed that. I can't go on.
No, what do you think, Abdul?
You know what I think?
What do you,
I don't know.
Ew.
I
That was the worst you've ever sounded.
I saw the movie like a few hours ago, so I haven't had that much time to think about it as much as you guys. But I don't know. I just really liked that it was. We always, whenever we see a superhero movie, right? Although I guess it's changing now with Batman and the new Spider-Man coming up, but it feels like we don't see the struggles they go through as much anymore. Like we just kind of see like, oh, cool action fight scene going on a lot more. Whereas in this one, you really see that like she really didn't have it together until, well, she still didn't have it together. Like even by the end of the movie, but like you can see her like growth throughout, and I like that the girl that asked for help from her ends up helping her instead. You know what I mean? Like I don't
That's a
think
good
if
point.
she met that person, that little girl, she would have been able to like heal herself as much. And I really like that they showed
yeah.
that.
I think
But saying
the art.
that,
Oh,
I felt getting the negatives. I guess I'm jumping boat, but that plot line is like the most basic plot line like ever.
Yeah, but
It's
it's still
like
beautiful.
it's a character with problems meets a character that's naive. Wow, the naive character is showing the
Hey,
truth
you're
and it
doing the
ends up
Pat thing. You
working.
simplify anything into simple terms, it sounds bad. Okay.
that's not a Pat thing. That's just
No,
something
no,
that occurs in
that's
life.
what I that's what I that's
You
what I
just turns
felt
pink,
like.
bro.
That's the thing.
I
It
still check
doesn't.
that sometimes to see the comments, and people are still mean. There's still more comments about it.
But like, there's no stripping down. That is exactly what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like take the movie of Superman. Superman was so much more complex. It dealt with so many more. I wouldn't say more complex, but more weighted issues. And the way that went about it was like either they went through like deep conversations with that one conversation with Superman and Lois, or they went through like actually fighting it out with Lex and Superman towards the end. And I felt like they dealt with issues and dealt with how characters develop in such a different way, in such an interesting way, more than how Supergirl did it.
I mean, I do
Also,
definitely like Superman better, but I wouldn't go so far as to say that like the character development was like significantly worse than in Superman.
Hmm. You know,
Like
what I
I don't
miss
know.
kind
What?
of just a little interlude. I I miss the Superman memes. There aren't like any good like Supergirl memes, but dude, like the 1A and the what was it the of like Lex Luthor frowning with all his like dude,
yeah.
I miss those memes. Like I don't know, there's something about it. It was a good time.
Also, just for the note, I have never heard of the word needle drop more in my life than like this
Oh
past
my god.
3 days, and everyone just becomes a music knowledge. Like
What is
Anthony
needle drop?
Fantano. Everyone just becomes their own Anthony Fantano, bro. Like what is happening? Actually, the needle drop was not that good. You did not know what the word needle drop was until like a week
I
ago.
don't.
Like shut up.
So
Question:
Abdul,
What is needle drop?
do you know yeah, I got you. So in the movie, this is a little bit of spoiler if you haven't seen Supergirl. In the movie, you know that
Wait,
scene
explain what
when
needle drop is exactly.
I know. Uh, well, I'm just trying to give him what the scene was so he knows what we're talking about first. The it's when like what's her name like Rudy? What was her name?
Ruthie,
Ruthie.
Ruthie.
She was being surrounded by like basically the biker gang, and there was all that cloud, and then like Supergirl, it was like slow mo of her coming in, and it was to the middle, like a cover of the middle.
Yeah.
The needle drop is basically where it's like it's just music playing, and you're just seeing a lot of things. I think that's what it is. I don't know.
No, a
If
needle
Sonic,
drop
can
is
you get no,
basically
please?
a needle drop is basically what it's a familiar song or some song that provokes emotion that is placed in a scene for an audience to be like, oh, like that song is like it's a recognizable song. It's like it's a throwback, or it's like a throwback or any type of song that's placed in a scene specifically to invoke emotion. So it's like when Superman rises out of the cloud and they play the
Mm.
Superman John
Mm.
Williams theme. Is it John Williams? Yeah, John Williams theme. That's needle drop. But in this, they play the acoustic cover of The Middle by Jimmy Eats the World
Yep.
during the fight scene, and everyone online are trashing that needle drop because they're
They
like,
were
this
everybody
song.
suddenly became like the biggest music nerd in the world, talking about like, oh, actually, that's not the song I want to use. I don't believe that that's actually the best thing. I don't know if I cut out there,
You
but
did a
like,
little.
yeah, it's just like such a big over exaggeration. Like I personally, I didn't love it. I felt like
Yeah,
it could have
same.
been.
Me and Pat were
I
talking
thought
about
it.
this, like we
Well, yeah, I
didn't.
felt the same
I mean,
way.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
it's the
perfect.
best needle drop of all time. I
Yeah,
actually don't like it, but I never like. I'm not like openly like
like
dissing
I'm
it.
not
I don't
going
think
out of my
it's
way to
like
say this is the worst movie ever because of it. I just think
exactly.
a different song, like "Call Me" from like when they
Yeah,
were
I
in
don't
the trailer,
genuinely.
would have
Why
been
did they
a lot
not just
better.
like "Call Me" by Blondie? It's
Yeah,
in the trailer. It's
call
like search it
me.
up, Abdul. It's like genuine. It is like when I hear that song, it genuinely just gives me Supergirl. Like
Really,
they
it
should just
does.
play
I was
it.
thinking the same thing.
I sent you a TikTok. I'll send it to you
You
right
did.
now, Abdul. But it's like it's genuinely like why didn't they just play that?
Why'd you
It's
make
in
that face?
I don't know. Hey,
send it
let's
in the group
cut.
chat,
Hey, let's
Abdul.
cut the shit, guys. People shit on the movie because it's a girl.
That's true, and that's
I think
true, and
so.
that. Hey, I just want to say, when someone asks me if I seen Supergirl, I see Supergirl every day.
4.5 million of them around me all the
4.5
time.
million.
What?
On God. 'Cause
I
there's
just
4.5 million
finished
women in the world.
50% of
Every
mine.
girl's a Supergirl.
There's not 4.5 million. There's 4.5 billion.
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, really, bro? Oh my god. Actually, it's not actually 4.5 million. You're one of the needle drop kids, bro. Like genuinely shut up.
I did you guys see The Breadwinner?
What the hell is that?
No, I have not seen The Breadwinner. I'm not talking about The Breadwinner, bro. Nobody has seen the movie The Breadwinner. Genuinely,
I
don't raise your finger. Don't raise your finger, bro.
I did.
What even is that?
My
I've never heard of
mom
that.
wanted. It is a comedy movie that came out recently with like I forget his name. It's like Nick something. My mom wanted to see it because she thinks he's
Wait, we
funny.
never talked about Lobo. Lobo was so
Oh yeah,
fucking
let's talk about
fire,
Lobo first.
bro.
Lobo
I
was sick.
love Lobo. Jason Momoa's Lobo like genuinely was like one of the best parts. Okay, best parts of the movie: Millie Alcock as Superman, Supergirl. Lobo, Jason Momoa as Lobo, and then I thought that final fight scene was pretty good. I
Mhm.
actually liked most of the fight scenes. I've heard online they were like pretty mediocre. What? Where did we get that from?
Nido.
Neato.
But I thought most of the fight scenes and everything else in the movie was pretty good. The music was a bit odd. I didn't love the music. It felt like remember the thing you said, Pat, where you could like swap out Supergirl for like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. It would have been the same
I
thing.
did feel that kind of like kind of when Abdul was saying like did it remind him of like Star Wars? I did have some things where I felt like I'm not saying the story was generic, but I did feel like if you had swapped out Supergirl with like let's say like in like a Star Wars setting or with like the Guardians of the Galaxy because they're always in space, I feel like the movie kind of would have been the same. And that kind and that really like I really wish the Supergirl movie had more of like
A
oomph on
decent
its own.
presence.
Yeah, like cuz like and I said this when we watched Superman, it felt like different, it felt changed. I feel like the story, I wish it was a little more like Supergirl. Like I think I don't know, just something to like make it like stand out. And I don't know if it like
Oh, another thing I really liked. I really
I don't
liked
know.
the how they showed the destruction of Krypton. Like I
Mhm.
genuinely really liked everything about it. I think I felt more emotion when during the time when like Kara's dad like shoots her off in like the pod. I felt more emotion in that than like any Ruthie scene. I'm not even gonna lie, because like I was just like, damn, this is like that's looking sad as hell.
You remember when her brother got copped for just like trying to pull a prank?
I was just like, all right. I was like, okay.
Wait, but that arc was I
Bro,
actually
if I
liked
was
that
that
arc. It was like Thorfinn. Like, oh, you shouldn't like
no, it
take
was cool.
revenge.
I thought of Thorfinn too, but
Yeah.
I was like, dude, if I was that brother and I get like immediately capped for trying to pull like a sticker, like I'd be so pissed.
It's just
Like I'd
Loki
be like,
something that
God
would
damn
happen
it.
though.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're seeing your like sibling, you're like, oh, I'm gonna mess with him, and then he gets immediately
I don't
like
know.
he had
I
like an
just
axe thrown at him, didn't he?
yeah.
Yeah.
I just wasn't able to connect with Ruthie like that. I thought Ruthie's character was kind of annoying. I can't lie. I don't know if it
I
was
would
like
say
yeah.
annoying, but I just didn't. I liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah. Can we? Yeah,
And
back to
probably
yeah.
and then the worst part of the movie is probably that third act. I can't lie. once they get to the, I'll slow and pat this. Once one trope I hate about superhero movies, especially modern ones, in the past 5 years, is when they cut to the next hour of the movie is just going to be in this barren landscape, very gray, very monotone colors. Now we're just going to be here with CGI VFX slop for like a bit, and the next like the 1/3 of the movie is just going to be here. That's a problem I have with Deadpool and Wolverine. That one scene they had with the one fight was okay, but after that they kept prolonging it, and I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't know. It's just like eye fatigue for me. Like I just don't like being in that type of environment. And after seeing Supergirl travel the cosmos to these like that bar scene was awesome. I loved every scene in the bar. I loved all like the Cosmo like fun stuff, the spaceship scene, everything was cool. But now we're just like in this barren wasteland with the green sun. Green sun gimmick was cool, I guess. After that, it was like we never even talked about Krem. Krem was so ass, bro. We never talked about
Yeah,
Krem
he
the
was
villain.
butt.
He was genuinely like the worst part of. He was just like the worst villain I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
Like
low-key.
it was like I don't mind a bad villain. I just don't like a boring, bland villain. You know what I'm saying?
He was evil to be evil. That was
He
it.
said maybe 25 words max, and I don't know anything about this guy. I don't. I mean, to be fair, even in the comic, you don't really know much about this guy. But like, holy crap, bro, he was boring as hell.
I mean,
He,
you don't
I
have
told
to
Pat
be.
this.
You don't have to be like
One
a.
of you go.
You don't have to be like have a reason to be evil. You can just be evil, but the way they did it, I don't think was as good as it could have been.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like Lex Luthor, he's just
Yeah.
evil to be evil. Bro.
Yeah,
He's
he was a
evil Knievel,
D1
bro.
hater.
He's literally the definition of evil Knievel, bro. Like you can be evil, you can just be purely evil, but you just have to have like a good reason to be evil, or just be an interesting character. I was telling Pat this. This the Krem of the Yellow Hills. I forgot his name. I think that's his name. He was genuine. He reminded me of like Grunt B, not even Grunt A. Grunt A is like usually like a different, like a stronger looking guy. He reminded me of like just Grunt B with an axe. And I was
Who's
like,
Grunt?
like like this main boss, and then Grunt A, Grunt A, B,
Oh,
Like a goon.
like Goon. Oh, I say Goon. Wow. But nothing to talk about at all. He did nothing. All the scenes he was in, I was super bored about. I was like, just do something cool, do something interesting. He didn't have any cool powers. He shot this. Talk about the setup that you didn't like, Pat. Remember you talking about the setup where he shot the poison?
Okay, I mean, and this is my like. Okay, if I'm an evil man, and I am stealing someone's ship to go into space,
When the
and
dog
I
is in
see,
blank range.
and I see a dog coming at me really fast, and I'm an evil person, I don't know why I would shoot the dog with poison so it dies slowly, and not just shoot it with literally any other thing I have, just to get done with it. I don't know. I felt like oh my god, he's poisoned. What are we gonna do? Like it's a dog. I feel like this guy's so evil from what he does like to women. I feel like that wouldn't even be something he cares. I think he would have just.
no, you missed the
You know what I mean?
point. The whole
What was the point?
They even explain it. It's like they shoot those kind of things and only have the antidote on them, so that it makes you have to go to them, and then like they kill you there, or they entrap you there. It gives them leverage.
But they didn't need leverage.
Supergirl Yeah, they did.
They wanted
were leaving
Supergirl.
on their home.
If the guy kills the dog, Supergirl would have gone after him anyways.
Yeah.
No, she wouldn't. That was the whole point of the movie. That she wouldn't have. She wouldn't have cared if Krypton didn't die, or wasn't dying. Remember at the start,
What?
she was like
Absolutely.
to the little girl. She was like, "Yo, I don't care. Go, bro."
What do you mean? She would have cared if Crypto died. That was her whole
That's
thing.
not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's what I'm
That's what you
saying.
just
That's
said.
what we're
No, it's
saying.
not.
We're saying
No, it's not.
We're saying.
I'm saying.
No, you're actually stupid. You're actually stupid. We're saying if Krem killed Crypto, Supergirl would have gone after him anyways.
Oh, I thought you meant if like he just didn't go for Crypto at all.
No,
No. If he
Oh,
killed
yeah.
Crypto, she still would have gone after him. There's no point like, oh, the leverage. Now, you're just making a mortal. You're creating a Thorfinn.
No, you're not getting it. If he kills the dog, they'll just go after them for the kill. If you poison the dog, they'll go after you for the antidote and then leave, or like you could or something. They don't go for the kill. They'll come for
Let me tell you
bargaining.
what they did anyway. What did they do anyway?
Okay, but obviously they're not accounting for a freaking Kryptonian coming with superpowers. Normally the
That's-
plan works. Normally it's you poisoned their dog. They
Normally the
come.
plan
They're like,
works.
here, take my daughter, and I'll have my dog back or some shit.
I don't think Krem has the thinking ability to
I
think
don't think
about
Krem
this,
was
bro.
like, yes, now they want to come after me.
You guys are stupid, bro. That's the whole reason he did that. And you're like, no, I don't think he's smart enough for that. Actually,
I don't know. I felt that was a little weak in my mind, but okay. How long have we been recording?
I think we should wrap it up.
Okay, I want to talk about the breadwinners. The
No,
breadwinner
we have to wrap it up.
was
It's been too long. It's over. All right, guys. We might see you next week.
No,
It's been.
I'm doing it.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do it. I introed.
Okay, you do it. You do it.
The breadwinner was funny. That was it, boys. Thank everyone for watching. Podcast is this is another one.
Why did you mess up?
It'll have a name.
Do it again.
Well, no, they're not coming out at a certain time. We don't know if we're doing this one again.
I thought we were.
Thank you everyone for watching. Are we doing?
I kind of wanted to.
All right, let's keep. All right, hey, this will come out when we have a plan, and when more will come out during that plan. I've been your host, Pat.
Abdul.
Sahan.
Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Goodbye. Good night. Get home safe. Same bat time, same bat channel. In the middle of our house. In the middle of our house.